schedule, but I just
When
threw
do
it
you ever
together.
start on time?
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You're gonna be here, or you're not, or you're gonna watch it later, or you won't. Or YouTube's gonna kill the live stream at
Like
the
I did
end.
yesterday.
It
Look
won't
at your
go
dog
out.
staring at us.
Oh,
Hi, Maxie Poo.
Max is let's see here.
Oh yeah, show them a dirty couch where I haven't put up all the blankets from.
This is where Max chills and hangs out to watch the live
and
streams.
stares at us.
But anyway, we got some work to do anyway because Squirrel Tribe is trying to finalize her thumbnail. This is a work in progress. This is where the magic happens.
Where the magic happens, yeah.
For a video that she recorded this morning.
For 2.0.
Because
we went and looked at some fun stuff and I wanted them to see it.
And you also promised them.
And I promised him I'm doing a video a day all week on 2.0. So.
Do you have time to do that?
No, but I'm going to make it happen because I love them and they love me and I want to do these things that they would like.
The easiest way to make it happen is to just make it happen.
That too, which is what I did today. I made it happen. Now I'm trying to figure out.
But it was also pretty fun in the process.
It was a lot of fun, yeah.
Anybody wants to know how Squirrel Tribe makes her videos and titles and thumbnails?
I got no.
Don't you hate when I do that? I say stuff and then I don't really.
You don't really finish your thought, and I'm like, "Where's the rest?" Yes.
We got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna let people show up, get into the live. I got to get it pulled up here on my end so I can. This computer makes it easier to see the chat because on the phone the chat disappears like that. So, what up, Peter, Coinsbro, KY Mountain, or Kentucky Mountain? I'm not really sure what that is. Kai Mountain. Cool thing is, let me show you guys this. I thought I was going to show them something else the way I stood up in the camera.
I was about to say,
but we got this rope called Dock Line Sea Rock Marine Double Braid Nylon rope. We got this rope, and we're going to use this tomorrow on the boat. So if you guys want to see the boat video or live stream or us gallivanting around the intracoastal on this Zodiac center console, I'm gonna try to get a GPS app to see how fast we can get that boat to go. I think we could probably do at least 50.
Do those apps that we got, the Nautilus and the other ones, not do anything like that?
No, we need like draggy. We need like drag time 0 to 60. We need to do some real world tests. Things that consumers really care about when they're buying boats.
Obviously.
Like how fast can I go 0 to 60 in case I got to hightail it out of here?
How much does my hair swirl around my face if I don't put it up into a bun? That's what I care about. Does it go back? And then can I brush through it within the next week? Because that's the downside to boats. You can't brush.
You could go buzz.
You said buzzed? You want me to buzz my hair off?
I asked Tiano the other day. I said, "Hey, I said you got a new server." He said, "Who?" I said, "The bald headed one." He goes, "Which one?" I said, and then he just started dying loud. He goes, "I wasn't even paying attention to what you were saying. Like, you just cut it off though.
Yeah, you could.
Just go clean.
Could.
If you cut all your hair off, would you put makeup on your head, or do you like stop the makeup? Like, how would that work for even coverage?"
This is a dumbass question that I don't know the answer to. I don't know the answer. Yes.
What's up, Michael, the realist?
Hi, Michael. What are you doing?
Dude, sit down. Go sit down.
He's like, I want to be in the live stream. You're not paying me any attention. And
you were just on the couch. Go sit down.
He's like, yes, but then I know you hit live. You needy little thing. You're so needy. But I still love you.
Are you almost done?
I don't know. I'm between like 6 thumbnails. I don't know which one I want to pick.
All right. So in the meantime, I'm going to hit you guys up with.
I know which one I'm going to pick.
We had a lot going on this morning already. We've recorded so many videos. We've been to a lot of places. Some of which you will see on 2.0. You will see on this channel as well when I get mine edited. Not edited, spliced together.
I was about to say, I didn't edit any of mine. Well, I mean, I spliced together some things, but I'm done.
I'm going to cut out that one part in the middle, that raunchy part.
The fun part.
The raunchy part where we met Brittany. That's a joke. It wasn't very raunchy.
Brittany.
But let's see here. So a viewer sent me a DM on Instagram and told me that when they logged into their bank app yesterday, they got an announcement of the banking collapse and the takeover by JP Morgan Chase. So I want to ask you guys if y'all have gotten any similar alerts from your banking apps because of this First Republic Bank collapse. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're done with the banking system collapse. We had enough of that. Now you did send me.
I was about to say, did you talk about the one I sent you yesterday?
You sent me.
Was it federal? It wasn't.
Well, I'll tell you what. Are you done? Are you still? You done?
Is
it uploaded?
It's uploaded.
Ready to go?
It's gone.
All right. Sorry, guys. We're doing a live stream while a 2.0 video is going. It's a tough decision.
Do you leave to go
decision.
to 2.0 or do you stay?
You know, it's like it's one of those scenes in the movie where like you got to choose. Like you can only save one.
Look. This is what's so stupid. I just pulled up my home screen on 2.0 and the first there's 6 thumbnails on here, and the first one that caught my attention, I was like, man, I want to go there. It's literally the thumbnail for this live stream. I was like, can we be there? And then I realized it's you. And then I'm like, yes, I'll take both. Thank you. I don't even know what this is, but
you don't know. You don't know. And that's the beauty of it. She doesn't know, and she said that she would already be ready to go.
Yes, I'm ready. Let's go.
But you did send me some emails yesterday. One we'll get into, but let's talk about that thumbnail.
Okay.
And why all these men are leaving America. June 1st deadline. Treasury warns U.S. will run out of cash, default on paying bills. These are all things we need to discuss. But sometimes you just need to talk to someone. Mm-hmm. Like real people, okay? Genuine folks who just get it, which I think the 56 of you who are here in the live stream, if you're real and you get it, hit the like button. If you're real and you get it, just hit the like button and we can have this conversation, okay? But let's think about it. Reasons why you would leave the country.
Safety.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish. These are not all the reasons, but maybe some.
Okay, so reasons, you mean like vacation kind of thing? Or change of scenery? Or try something new? Money issues? Government issues?
Wow, you all right. Not in any particular order. I got lower cost of living.
Money issues.
To be happy. Better climate, better living conditions. Chase love or get married. The chasing love. So, all right, let's think about it like this. We're watching Stradman. I don't know if you noticed this on Stradman's video, but he said viewers are asking, where's your girlfriend?
Because she's not been in the videos. And
she lives in Canada.
She's a Canadian.
And she's only allowed so many
5 months and
certain days.
A certain amount of days per year that she's allowed to be in this country. So they have to space it out. So it's not like they get to spend half a year together, then half a year missing each other. They try to space it out so they get some of each other every month. But then you have to think about it. He can also go visit Canada.
Right, he could. But being Stradman and the content that he creates, it's easier for him to be home.
Obviously.
But either way, he could go to Canada. She could come here. They could both choose to go somewhere completely different, chasing love.
Yeah.
You know, because not everybody's going to find love next door.
Are most people chasing love, though, or are they just chasing the tail?
Ooh, good question. Good question.
Sorry, I know it's a whatever.
What we do need to touch on the email you sent yesterday, the Janet Yellen, her debt disaster, the de-dollarization crash is coming. But first, uplifting motivation, all right? All that other stuff aside, I'm tired of talking about it. I really am.
Some days you just want to be happy and talk about uplifting positive things, and
it'll be there. It'll be there.
It'll still be there tomorrow, unfortunately.
You know, somebody left a comment on my last video. It's like, you know, aren't you worried about telling people that you're going to leave your apartment and think people will break in? No, I'm not worried about that at all. And you were like,
I'd rather you break in when I'm not here than break in while I am here.
You're like, you going to break in and steal some stools or something? Like, come on. Like, and
nothing of importance is inside these 4 walls if we're not here. The important part are each other.
And odds are the viewers aren't going to be the ones to break in. And if the viewers are our neighbors, they know when we're here and when we're not anyway.
It doesn't really matter.
Whatever. Like, I can't do it anymore. I really can't. Like, this is what I talk about, having a conversation with real people who just get it. Okay. The world is going to be whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be bad, guess what? It'll be bad. If you want it to be good, It'll be good.
Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right.
If you want it to be what it is, it's going to be what it's going to be. Okay. However, I don't have to, we don't have to, y'all don't have to continuously wrap your mind around this mental construct of the end is coming, although it is, but until then, let's enjoy ourselves.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at one of the comments on my video. They just
What's that?
Because I'm recording and I'm not. My brain was on 2 mimosas, and so I made a comment that was like, "Really? Are you serious?" And then this person, Catitude, pointed out she said it and then started laughing. Which is
Well, one mimosa, and you didn't realize that we were signing up to eat again at the bar. Like,
oh yeah, I didn't understand what was happening. I mean, I heard oxtail and I was like, sure, I'd like to try some oxtail. Let's do it. Not realizing that meant she's ordering it right now and you had to pick it up then. I don't know what I thought was happening. I thought she was gonna like go home and make it and then like we'd go pick it up or she'd bring it to the restaurant a different day. I don't even know. But now we have oxtail and it's on the counter.
yeah, that one flew over your head.
Yeah, completely.
But let's talk about this uplifting motivation of happiness and well-being. Take action. Don't procrastinate too much longer, folks. There's value in patting yourself and your friends on the back, okay? And that's what I consider each and every one of you friends. So positive affirmations are statements that can help brighten your outlook on the world. And when you say them to yourself regularly or write them down in a journal, they can be very, very beneficial to you and those around you. Now, I don't know if I have that journal here that my brother got me. It was like,
I have one.
It was an affirmation.
You want mine? It's on my bedside
Yeah,
table.
sure.
I love this thing.
I thought it was in here. You could tell I ain't writing in it.
Mine's on the bedside table.
I write mine somewhere else. Oh wait, maybe I do have.
You write yours in notes on on this one, the 5-minute journal.
I'm determined.
Oh, sorry, I just
I'm
stepped on the dog.
determined.
I'm 99,000% positive this is the one. Yes. We got
mine
it for both of
too.
us. Yes.
Yeah. So we got this 5-minute journal. I did write in it. I wrote on the first page. Maybe that'll be my goal for the summer.
We're supposed to do this daily. How about we start that today?
Yeah. So this journal here, all right? Meanwhile, I like to do mine digital because it's with me all the time. I can update it. I can grab it whenever, wherever. And I'm going to read it to you. Now, I understand that the viewership is probably going to drop tremendously when y'all realize that I'm reading something here. I'm reading notes to you guys.
I've never understood.
I apologize for that because I want to bring you guys this information, but I don't want to screw it up. And I did this 2 days ago, and so I'm going to read it to you. Is that okay? I'm not making fun of all y'all. I'm making fun of certain people in particular who get all bent out of shape because we're reading stuff off of teleprompters. But guess what? News anchors read teleprompters. The president reads teleprompters, no matter which president it is, by the way.
I was about to say, the latest one.
And movie stars, your favorite TV shows, guess what? They read scripts. So anyway, let's get into it. While affirmations are no substitute for professional help, such as therapy, when you're experiencing anxiety or depression, those who swear by the power of uplifting language do find that it increases their self-esteem and improves their mindset. So if you're looking to form better mental health habits, it is a great and free place to start. Mm-hmm. And it may boost your overall health as well. Studies support the idea that the words we choose matter, and a good positive affirmation can help you combat stress and increase the neutral pathways in your brain. So with that being said, somebody left a comment on the video yesterday. I'm not going to go into too much great detail, but they said, hey, this is, I think the word was hostile. And I'm like, well, you received the message hostile because I didn't deliver the message hostile. Mm-mm. And this is what it comes down to when we're talking about these, how these words that you choose matter, but also, how it affects your brain. I specifically chose my words carefully for that very reason, because I was going into some uncharted territory with a relatively touchy subject. But I was trying to just bring you guys facts and information, not be hostile.
Can I interject for like 2 seconds with a comment?
All right.
So Ilka says, where to go? Oh, where to go? Come back. Not sure who has more hair, the ponytail, the beard, or the pooch. I think it's funny.
Or the little fuzzy thing.
Or the little fuzzy things, yeah.
So, other research has found that saying or writing them down may foster a deeper sense of belonging. So, for instance, like in school for students, this practice can oftentimes lead to improved grades. Now, you actually finished your live stream yesterday for Mimosa Monday or Monday Mimosas.
Mimosa Monday.
And what you said was very impactful, was very powerful.
Yes.
But in addition to that, maybe you should tell your viewers to write that down.
For themselves.
Yeah.
So
Sit down. Sit down.
yesterday, it occurred to me that a lot of times there's a lot of, like, you yelled at him and he came over to me to, like, whatever. So a lot of times there's people, you guys may be in this group, there are people out there who may not have anybody there with them to speak positivity and life into them, or to just give them a compliment or to remind them that they are doing a great job or whatever else. And I thought of it yesterday, how many people are in my Squirrel Tribe 2.0 that I consider family at this point, my YouTube family, that I genuinely care about. And it occurred to me that I wanted to tell everybody how proud I am of them for being who they are, where they are, making it through whatever they're going through. Tell them I love them, because there's people out there who don't have anybody to tell them that they love them. And the comments that I got back of, nobody tells me that, I haven't heard that, I'm by myself, I don't have anybody else. I mean, it impacted them, the words impacted them, but knowing how they felt impacted me. So it was, I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's like they say, a smile can change somebody's day, or an act of kindness can go a long way. You just never know what somebody else is going through. So if you have the ability to brighten somebody else's day, it doesn't take anything away from yours. Why would you not take that extra step or give that extra smile or use those extra words to help somebody else feel better?
Yeah, for sure. And if it makes you feel in a way that's like, wow, thanks for saying that, no one ever tells me, maybe consider writing that down and reading it to yourself, putting it somewhere where you can see it. I don't remember exactly what Stephen Gardner's, one of his affirmations was, but he said he has sticky notes all over his computer screen that he reads to keep him focused on positive messages. And so I'm going to share today's positive affirmation with everybody. And this one is from You Can Heal Your Life, written by self-help author and positive affirmations queen, Louise Hay. And it reads, I am in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. And yeah, that's what she wrote in her book. So anyway, that's that. I'm in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. And I think this is very important. I'm not going to go too far into it, but just on like a metaphorical level for content creation, I agree with that. Now let's talk about getting out of the country.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Finding love abroad being a trend, and more specifically, finding women. Which you got to think.
Which is interesting. How come it's not women leaving to find men?
I'm in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. Would you think that if you're jet setting out of the country, using your passport to find love, women outside the United States? YouTubers, content creators, and others on TikTok are promoting this shocking trend of traveling abroad and seeking a loyal wife to be wed at a fraction of the cost in comparison to here in America.
What bothers me is the loyal wife. What insinuating that you have to go out of the country to get that, or insinuating that everybody outside of the country is automatically that.
Now, we're not going to name names. We're not going to name names of creators. We're not going to name names of companies. But we came across a video yesterday that did just that.
Oh, that video made me want to throw your phone through the window because that person pissed me off with the way they were speaking. It was a very Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate kind of message. And I was like, listen, people like you should probably staple your mouth shut.
So I also came across something called Oprah Daily. And it was a blog post titled, A Couples Therapist and a Divorce Lawyer Walk into a Bar.
This ought to be interesting.
And it says, no joke, we asked two relationship heavyweights why some couples stay together and others flame out, and how to beat the odds. Ultimately, if you're married, avoiding divorce. Now, you guys may get a little bit more insight into this when you watch my video from this morning. We had a little bit of a conversation about communication and relationships. And, part of that, I think, will come into play with why some beat the odds and others flame out. But if you're looking at this from the perspective of maybe you haven't beaten the odds, maybe you have flamed out, maybe you never found it to begin with, and then you come across that video we saw yesterday, are you buying a ticket to the Philippines? Are you flying to the Philippines?
I'm not.
No, you're not. Because honestly, give me your opinion on how they portrayed the American woman.
Oh, they portrayed the American woman as being materialistic, fat, lazy, ignorant, unloyal, non-communicative, communicative. I don't know how you're supposed to. I don't know where the right emphasis is on that word. Whatever. And basically not worth anything compared to these tiny, petite, loyal, don't need anything. You never even have to take them on a date. No wine or dine. No communication needed. Just go wife one up Filipino women, which I'm like, even women in the Philippines, not to put a damper on this, fellas, but even the women in the Philippines probably would like you to wine and dine them just a little bit. It's not just you get your passport, you fly to the Philippines, you find the first little small thing, you go, hey, let's get married, and you scoop her up, and that's it. Like,
I wonder how they
works.
feel about being advertised that way. Like, then it's like, oh, you think less of us?
Or do they look at it as, oh, you think more of us?
Well, I mean, the way that
too.
they put it, it's like, oh, you can go over there, you can find this woman or any woman you want. She's not going to talk back to you. She's going to worship the ground you stand on. She's less expensive. Like
everything's less expensive in the Philippines.
Possible negative that could exist in any relationship, according to this company, according to this sponsor, brand ambassador, paid promotion. Those rules don't apply in the Philippines.
The stupidest thing I've ever heard. That's like saying those rules don't apply in West Virginia. The women in West Virginia, those are the ones you want. They're stout and they know how to homestead. Like
got childbearing hips.
Yeah, I don't understand. But to lump an entire sex into one category based off of location is ignorant.
So what they actually did was they lumped one particular sex or gender into a category. And what they actually did was they lumped the men
also into a category
who have potentially have had issues in relationships or have never had relationships, lack social skills, or perhaps maybe introverts, don't know how to engage with the opposite sex. Still want to maintain a heterosexual relationship and not, go by the wayside of every other crazy idea that comes from the left. But they have money or don't need a lot of money to go execute on something like this. And it's a target. It's a marketing ploy. It's a gimmick to specifically target those men
who
and their wallets. Because it was for an app. It was an app. And he said it guaranteed you won't not get engagement. Okay.
It's like you don't have to worry about swiping right, swiping left. It's not like Tinder. It's not like Plenty of Fish. It's not like eHarmony. It's like those, but with a guaranteed positive result.
Let me tell you.
Basically, you're buying a female.
Well, let me tell you about this. This has happened before in the past, and this has happened. I'm not going to say who did it, but a major wealthy influencer, multimillionaire, he did it. Okay. And what he did was he manipulated the algorithm to give you fake feedback. These weren't real people. Okay. Well, think about where we are today. How simple and easy would it be to execute on an app like this with AI and guarantee that the users are going to get engagement?
Yeah. They're getting engagement from the guys on the other end of the app.
They don't even need guys. It's going to be AI.
Yeah, the chat GPT kind of stuff.
Yeah.
AI, yeah, that's true.
It's marketing. It's a clever gimmick.
But what sucks is it's aimed at, okay, this is where y'all may give me flack, but it's aimed at weak men, not strong men.
It is aimed at let's just say uninformed.
Okay,
Because
we'll go
even
that
if you
route,
were
as opposed
weak,
to weak versus strong. We'll go that route.
but you were educated, like you knew,
Yes.
you'd be like, this is fake. It's
Okay.
like
So
it's not real.
Okay, so not weak or strong, but maybe it's aimed, in my opinion, at those men who have been, I will use the word burned or ignored too many times from the women in his own country, to that gives him the feeling that it's the women's fault that he is single or is where he is, and so he needs a woman from somewhere else.
And do you want to fly over to the Philippines to get catfished?
No.
Like you
That's
get all
Nev. That's the guy's name, Nev from Catfish on MTV. I used to love watching him, and then I was like, "But is this real or is this even fake? Are you catfishing us with catfishing?"
I think it was Last Dragon. You never saw Last Dragon, did you?
Bruce Lee?
No.
Then no, I have not seen Last Dragon.
Last Dragon, when he finally gets to the master, he's terribly disappointed for what he finds.
Is this a Kurt Russell movie?
No, no,
Is this
it's a bunch of people you've never heard of before.
Okay, I was about to say. I mean, I've heard of the name Last Dragon, but I don't know who I thought it was or what I thought it was. I don't know.
Now she's got me curious, so I got to pull up my IMDb and see. Last Dragon, 1985, directed by Michael Schultz, and its cast includes
With Leroy and Shonuff?
yeah,
According to Chaz Money Minutes, he knows.
Leroy Green.
See, okay, so I do know what it is. He's the one who wears the red and has the black bandana and the hair. Yes, I know what Last Dragon is.
His name, they call him Tamak.
He says, "Please sit her down and make her watch."
Sit her down.
He made
Dude.
so I had never seen Boomerang, and he had me watch Boomerang. I was like, I love this,
Yo.
and I had never seen.
And when she watched Beverly Hills Cop for
You
the
don't
first time,
understand. I about peed myself laughing so hard. It's one of my all-time favorite movies now.
so we got work to do.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's a marketing ploy. I think it's a gimmick. Unfortunately, people are asleep. They don't know what's happening. They're going to be even more disappointed with the end results, or maybe they just want the engagement. It's like people who go to the casino and you see them at the slots all day. They know they're not going to win. They just want something to numb their mind. They're not even pulling the lever. They're just pushing the button. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They need something to just like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's
redirect the focus of life.
Unfortunately, it's being presented by a channel with almost 500,000 subscribers, just clickbaiting and tricking these people, these guys, into falling for this. And to make matters worse, I don't want to name the company, but they have cleverly added a specific adjective to the title, the name of the company. Mm-hmm. Which you mentioned this yesterday. You said, my homepage is full of religious content. Uh-huh. They call this one Christian. Uh-huh.
Oh, I noticed that, yeah. Because that's what YouTube is pushing right now.
Like they call this one Christian. So what was the other one? Christian Singles or something?
Christian Mingle.
So it's like, oh, let's add this. And people will automatically trust us. And somebody sent me, I think it was Zach. He sent me a DM, and it shows this guy standing outside of a store in New York. I think it's New York, some major city, right? And he's got a lint roller in his hand. So when people walk up to enter the store, he goes like this. Uh-huh. And the people, they just do it. And he runs the lint roller up, and they have no idea.
Yeah. I saw that one. He's nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But they trust that they comply. Like,
yeah, because the people in front of them did it. It's like if you see somebody running, then you start running. If you see somebody trying to get away from a certain area, you follow suit.
It's like when Walmart says they have the lowest prices. Well, maybe they don't, but you believe it because they say that they do. Mm-hmm. And maybe they do, but not on everything. But regardless, it's marketing. It's clickbait. It's a scam. It's unfortunate. But the question is, how many people are going to fall for this and leave the country to go nab,
maybe
bag
that's
up?
Also the point. Leave the country because she can't come back in or whatever without.
I mean, if you get married, maybe.
Don't you still have to get like a green card or? I don't know how this all works because we're from here, born here, haven't tried to marry outside of here, so I don't really know how that works. But maybe it's the Philippines trying to get Americans there. They need to populate there, and they want to switch over their demographics. So maybe they're trying to get Americans to go that direction.
Well, yeah, I mean, despite the changes to the value of the dollar, it's probably definitely worth way more, and has more purchasing power in the Philippines. For instance, we actually have hired people from the Philippines to do work at a fraction of the price that it would cost anybody here in the U.S. to do it when it comes to like video editing and thumbnail creation and different things like that. So it says here that marriage to a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident provides foreign-born persons a direct path to U.S. immigration.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe that's part of the upside for them.
Possibly. There used to be a thing back in the day where people would marry people who came over from Mexico. The people from Mexico would pay you cash money, or from other countries pay you cash money, so that you get married, and you have to stay married a certain amount of time in order for them to be legalized after that, or however it goes on. It's 3, 5, or 10 years.
Naturalized.
But then it's like, you're giving up 3, 5, or 10 years of your life that you can't get married and start your real family because you're married to somebody else for money, honey. And then plus, if it gets caught, you're probably going to jail.
I knew a lady that did it. She was probably about, I mean, there's nothing against her, but she's probably about a good 450, a good 450. Like, and, you know, and she owned it, like, and she loved it, and she was getting paid to do it, and over and over again.
So then you don't have to be married that long then if she could do over and over again.
She figured it out. She figured out the whole loophole to the system.
Do I know her?
No,
Okay.
She was in roofing, but you don't know her.
Okay.
No. No. Well, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this? This crate, because this is a trend. It's not just a trend of men leaving the country, but more specifically, I think black men are getting more. They're getting more. They're way more visible in that space.
Oh yeah,
because they get this label like, oh, why you know, it's like me. I'll get a label like, why'd you marry a white woman? I don't know, because you know,
personality happened to be in a white lady.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know what to tell you. Same thing. Why'd you marry a black man? Because his personality happened to be in a black man. I don't know what to tell you. Like you could be silver or you know a polka dot. I don't give a shit. You're you, and that's what matters.
Yeah. So they unfortunately are getting, you know, but maybe it's because, you know, these folks understand the way the algorithm works, and they know what's going to trigger people and get them clicking and get them watching and get them talking and get them hating, ultimately to further promote and perpetuate this ridiculous narrative that, you know, maybe, I don't know, how about you stop being so bitter back there in the corner and, you know, do something to make something happen. Like,
yeah, they got nothing.
Like I said, if you want to find the bad, you can. If you want to find the good, you could do that also. But you got to go out there and look for it. You got to be trying to find it. In my opinion, I don't have an opinion because I've never been to the Philippines. I don't think that, you know, the money should have anything to do with it. Really, it should just come down to, you know, who you like, who you love.
I will say what I've heard a lot of times, which I have no fact on this, but it is something that I've heard a lot and I've seen videos on. You do have to be careful in certain countries that what you are getting is what you are getting, which is now an issue here.
I think that's Thailand.
Is that Thailand? You know what I'm talking about then?
Or Bangkok or somewhere.
That would make sense.
I think it's Thailand. I think there's a certain district.
Yes.
Where you
have no idea what's what. And
they've been doing this for decades. Like,
yes.
they're really good at it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. There was actually, I came across a story and you know, it was like, as a group of guys and that is how it played out. And their buddies were like, bruh.
That's not a woman. It's like, no. And you're like,
and then, you know, anyway, he ended up going through with it regardless. Like,
at that point, you're invested. Might as well. You had enough to drink, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Anybody been to Thailand? Anybody been to the Philippines? What we got here?
Anybody now interested in going after hearing this conversation? That'd be interesting.
Somebody says you're paying big money too,
yes.
$15K. What is the $15K for?
to get these brides. To go
Oh, you
in there
got
and
to
get these
pay
brides.
to buy them or something?
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure some of it's more trafficking than anything.
So Chad said this is a prevalent hustle today. Which one's he talking about?
The marrying for
Oh,
money
got
for
it.
naturalization. Yeah. Oh, married at first sight. So I watched. Yeah, that's the one I used to watch that one, and then it stopped for a minute because of COVID and stuff. But I watched that, and my very first thought when I watched the first episode was, "This is stupid. Why would you sign up for this?" And then watching it, I'm like, man. And then some of them they actually worked out, but it's one of those things where it feels like the very last thing I'd ever want to do in life. You literally get married at first sight. You have on you got on your dress, you have your makeup done, and you walk down the aisle and meet the person.
Well, spoiler alert. We know it's not real.
There's no way it's real. Some of it's real, but
No. Think about it. Let's not give away the secrets here. But based on how other relationship shows are structured, the married at first sight bride has already chosen who she's going to marry before the show even starts.
I don't think that's the case with that one. I do believe that one is legitimate. But watching this one girl literally almost threw up in her mouth when she saw her husband for the first time. One broke down in tears. One was like, "What the shit?" Like, I believe that's real. I think everything that happens after that, they do cause the issues because you've got cameras there all the time. They're poking at you, trying to do whatever, and they know which couples they want to fight. They know which couples they want to make it. So they will nurture the ones and they will try to break the others. I believe that, but I do believe that the seeing for the first time is what happens because two of them didn't know that they'd been on a date. The producers didn't know they'd been on a date with each other at some point in the past. It was an interesting one, but I do believe that one's like legit in the not knowing each other part.
Or they know, and then the producers like they have their little fun, and they're like, "All right, let's pick the one that we know that she doesn't want."
Yeah, we'll pick the one that's not anything like what she wants. Give her the short one, even though she said he must be taller.
So Johnny says, "I like how you both operate. Thank you both for being informed." Probably informative.
Informative or informed, one of the two.
You know, it's like what I said is having a conversation with real people about real stuff who just get it. And like, for the most part, this is pretty much how our day goes.
Yeah.
We just like have these random conversations and talks based on experiences that we come across. Like randomly, I came across that video yesterday and it was like, they threw that ad in the middle. I'm like,
oh yeah. And then when the ad started, I'm literally in the passenger seat looking at him like, what is this? Because every time you look at me, you'd start laughing because of whatever face I was making to whatever dumb shit that person was saying. Yeah.
Roman says, I never had a relationship. I just choose to be by myself because you don't have to worry about nothing but yourself.
Which is true. Some people find it easier to go that route. And there's nothing wrong with that if you are happy with the route you are choosing.
Tammy says, sounds like the Jerry Springer show. LOL. Sadly, Jerry Springer has passed away.
Yep, he did pass away a couple days ago. I don't know if I saw why. I think I saw somewhere he had just been diagnosed with like
pancreatic cancer.
Aggressive pancreatic cancer, and then it took him before literally anything could be done. I wonder if you feel symptoms of these kind of things. Like, listen, y'all want to know a secret? That's like one of my biggest fears, that something on the inside of me is literally killing me and I can't feel it. Nothing feels wrong. Everything feels right. And then one day it's just, and then it turns out, oh, you had stage 4 something. And I'm like,
well, I did work with a guy who literally like, I don't know, like on Friday, he was A-okay. And Saturday he had leukemia and like Monday he was gone. Like just.
Yeah, that's like my biggest fear.
Just immediate, like
yeah,
like what the hell?
Yeah, that's a scary thought.
Always, the one and only says, always pay attention when a woman stands up to urinate.
No, listen, I'm gonna say something. When I was in daycare when I was little, I remember one of the little girls that was in daycare with me. She was probably 5 or 6, and I was probably like 8 or 9. I was in after school until my mom could pick me up. She went into the bathroom because the bathrooms was like an open thing, which looking back on it, kind of weird. The bathrooms was like an open thing and she saw a little boy peeing. So she went up to the urinal, pulled her pants down and tried to hold her girl parts to aim to pee. Let me tell you, the puddle that was at her feet at the end was a good sized puddle. It doesn't work. If you don't have boy parts, you can't hold and aim like a boy does. Just so if anybody's curious and thinking about trying it.
So we got 2 Two comments here. First one, Tammy says friends with benefits is the way to go these days. What was that movie?
Friends with Benefits. Yeah. You're talking about Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis.
Yeah, but they ended up getting together at the end.
Yes.
Oh, oops, sorry.
I love it.
Did y'all see that one?
By the way, great movie.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And then the other one says, following a difficult divorce, I chose to remain alone. Got my faith and my kids checking on me. That's all I need. This is one of those things where I've told people before, a lot of people don't know what they want until they experience things that they don't. And it helps push them along closer to finding what they want based off of things that they don't. I'm not going to continue talking about peeing. That was like when we came across Lucinda on the beach and she was just like, I got to go pee.
Yeah.
Can't be done too long term. Someone will catch feelings. I guess we're talking about the friends with benefits. Unless you have a contract.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But that's a whole different story.
I know.
That's a different story. We'll put that on Patreon. But when you and the kid be watching these movies.
We do be watching these movies.
And, oh man, what was the one? John Tucker or something?
Oh, John Tucker Must Die. I watched that yesterday.
And it's like, there was this goal in the beginning of what you wanted to be, but at the end, it's like you caught the feelings and, you know.
That is the thing.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want y'all to be aware of what's happening out there. There's some clever marketing out there to get people's attention, to get the clicks, get the eyes. You got an email today with somebody trying to get you to promote something.
But it's one of those things where I'm wary of all of those kind of things, of the promotions. So.
Savannah says, I had exactly what I thought I wanted in my ex till his true colors showed through. Now I'm married to the exact opposite. But what Savannah doesn't say is that now I'm married to the exact opposite, and this is exactly what I wanted. It just means you're married to the opposite. So is this better than where you were, or is this just the opposite?
Yeah. What is your phone doing?
Who the hell is this? Don't they know I'm doing a live stream?
I guess not. Oh, it vibrated so hard it made the screen just like completely shaky. That's weird.
I had a relationship like y'all's. Older man, wonderful to be learning truth together.
Older woman here, younger man.
I love y'all's relationships, wedding pics.
We have the cutest wedding pics, just so you know.
Do you have the picture from Lewis's wedding? Didn't we get a good one? Mm-hmm. But you don't have it like...
On me.
Those were up on the mantle at the house. That's why I remember them.
Yeah.
They're probably still packed away.
They're still packed away, yes. Yeah.
Oh, Savannah says it's a lot better.
Okay.
That's good.
Just good is better.
Just unexpected. Let's see here. Hello from Luann. Both of you, let's see, first time speaker, long time listener. I just want to know if you guys can see me.
Yes, Luann, we can see you.
We can see. I like that color on you. It's really nice.
I can see you. You're an idiot. Look, Ilka said, how did you both meet? Let me just put it this way. He was 16 and I was 19. And he's been stuck with me ever since. Yeah. I knew when I met him that he was mine. He didn't know it yet. But
I had an idea.
Not at 16, you didn't. How old are you? Early 30s? Late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah, Zach asked me today. I did not know how old I was. I had to do the math.
No, or ask your wife because I'm.
You were inside.
Oh.
I was like, how?
How do I know how old I am? Where's my wife or my mother? Those are the only two who ever remember. It's just funny. It's interesting.
There was another open house today. I didn't send it to you though.
Oh, why?
It was like 3.8 million.
That's the one I want to go look at. And then pout later because I know it's so far out of our reach that then we're both fighting with each other because I'm pouting like a child.
Do y'all want to see a $3.8 million open house? Because I think it's actually a afternoon open house.
No, we can't take the kid to that because she will legitimately pout. Because I love our child. She is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Listen, this is going to sound wrong. I don't know if you're allowed to be tied between child and husband. I don't think you're supposed to be. I think child's supposed to be the absolute best thing. But some days, I just want to, you know what I'm saying? If you're a mother or a parent, you understand that some days...
It's from 2 to 5.
Pow.
It's from 2 to 5.
Send it to the moon, Alice. What is that? Pow, right in the kisser. And then what's the sender to the moon? I don't remember what that one is. I feel like that's the one with that little
Ralph?
racist TV show. Yeah. Is that his name? And with Edith?
Oh, shoot.
Look, now I'm showing my age. I'm not old enough.
You're talking about the Honeymooners.
Honeymooners, yes. That show. Anyway, we took the kid to a $3.5 million. Is it a condo or a house?
Sent it to you.
It's a horrible idea. I mean, I'm going to want to go look at it, but it's still going to be a horrible idea.
Y'all want to see that? I would try to do a live stream, but the servers will probably be jacked up.
The outside looks like we should be in a Scarface kind of movie. There should be lots of drogas, according to the outside of this house. Holy shit. Did you see that kitchen? Don't take me to this house. We should go. We should totally go. We should go. Just to look at the kitchen. It's a horrible, horrible idea, but those are sometimes the best ideas.
Let me see.
Look at...
All right. Oh, this is a white kitchen.
I know, but it's pretty. And it's got islands. And there's like a lot of windows. So side note, we looked at a thing today.
Can y'all see that?
It's a big kitchen. Anyway, Jordan's Sell Food said, let us see with you.
We got one. If y'all want to see it, hit the like button. See if we can get, how many people in here? Can we get another 25 likes?
Savannah, I don't know if this is real or not, and you might not want me to say this on here, but she goes, so I met my current husband because he approached me and said, hi, my name is so-and-so and I have a penis. High school, LOL. I mean, that's what you got to do. Now that is what you have to do. Back then, probably not so much, but now you legitimately have to walk up and say, I was born with it. I still have it. I would like to use it. That kind of thing. Because you just never
It's a struggle now. It's a struggle now.
This is an electric stove, though. Why you have a hood vent for an electric stove?
Because it's still going
I mean, it's still going to whatever. Did you see the front doors? This is a drug house.
I guess we're going to have to get some drugs.
Or a guard dog for when people show up for drugs. I don't know. Did you not see the opening in all those windows and doors?
Somebody's like, it's a lot to clean. So if it's, at that price point, I think they have somebody to come clean it.
They do, but what about us? Because I've got me.
You better get to work.
I don't even like cleaning for
Better get to work.
It has a wet bar.
It does.
Bro.
What up, Chad?
Oh, did you see this view? What the shit? You can't
How many people do you think will be there?
How many? No, there'll be a lot of people there. How many people do you think are going to buy it? 0.
Because we were like 3 out of 4 that went to the condo. So Chad, appreciate it, Chad. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm a parent of 4. So, by the way, y'all go check out Chad's Money Minutes, because he's dropping serious knowledge when it comes to credit cards, credit scores, finance, rewards, protections with these credit cards, the whole 9. You can even pay your rent with one of the credit cards, which is something I didn't even know was possible.
I do that. Did you know that?
No, my bad. Mortgage,
you can't.
Rent. But basically, the card, you got to let Chad tell it. The way it's structured is they've worked that out. So you can almost use that card to pay for anything. But it says, I'm a parent of 4, so I understand. I love what you do, but I'm crazy tired. So I hope you guys can go grab some cool drinks from me and the wife.
What is your wife's name, Chad, if you don't mind saying? Because I don't know. I would like to know your wife's name so that when we go get a drink, we can cheers. Chad and.
For sure.
I need an and.
Spoiler alert, we've already had drinks because we did mimosas for brunch.
Yeah.
Was it brunch?
Brunch.
What time was it?
We ate it like 10:15.
It was
brunchy.
It's almost. They were tasty. And we had 2 apiece. So, yeah, we got you covered. Chad said that they're going to come this way soon. So
oh, yes. Let us know because we'll go hang out.
That'll be a lot of fun.
There's a fireplace in the bedroom because you need that in Florida. No, it does get really friggin' cold here. Holy. Did you
So Chad said Rain. Chad, you saying your wife's name is Rain?
Oh, I like that. That's pretty.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hey, yeah, it's cool. It's a tub that nobody's ever going to use.
No, so here's the thing. I need to explain this to you guys. We've been looking at houses and condos and whatnots for like the last year, and I keep paying attention to what the prices are doing up or down or whatever, and a lot of things that were for sale are now for rent. If this 3.5 million one doesn't sell, I'll be like, broski, I will rent this from you. It's not going to be the price you want because I can't afford a $3.5 million rent. That's not happening, but I'll like cut your grass at your next place. I don't know what the answer is there, but.
So Chad says her name is Rain and she's the best thing to ever happen to me.
There you go, Chad. Okay, so now I am horrible for saying that there's like a Wait, you have 4 kids? No, then we're on the same page. Okay, cool. Because I said, am I wrong for putting you and the kid next, like even on the best thing that's ever happened to me? Because you have to think about it. The child is like extremely important, but the marriage, the here is what made the child, right?
Yeah.
And having a great relationship here is what allows the relationship with your kid to grow and your kid to grow up
Yeah.
to be so you have to focus on this in order for the kid aspect to also
The kids
work.
definitely see the dynamic between the parents.
Yes.
And whether they say it or not, it has an impact on them.
Yes.
And how they engage with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
But we have conversations about everything, really.
Yeah.
And like I even told her that her friends, like even our friends, like there's seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So just because you don't see somebody doesn't mean we're not friends anymore.
Uh-huh.
And just because you're not in that season anymore doesn't mean you don't need to be their friend.
Uh-huh.
So it's just like, you know.
But then also there are times where that season has, or that ship has sailed. That's not seasons. I didn't know how to go with the seasons here, but that ship has sailed and those friendships are over because people come into your life. What is, oh, I wish I could think of that phrase for a time, a reason, or a purpose. I don't know. There's like embroidery kind of meme that goes along with it. Something that your grandma would have hanging up in like the bathroom while you pee, but something along those lines where people come into your life for a season, a reason, or whatever else. And not everybody is meant to stay in your life for always. Can you imagine if every person you'd ever met was supposed to be part of your life forever? There's a lot of Christmas cards.
Well, the truth says that everything for a season. So that actually makes a lot of sense because I think the season of my channel is changing.
Yeah.
I think the season of YouTube is changing with the algorithm changing drastically.
No, I agree with that completely.
But you also have a joke because you stuck around the longest.
No, I didn't stick around the longest. You kept me the longest.
Because products and purchases get returned and cars get
traded, houses get sold. I'm literally the longest thing he's ever had, except for Anthony. Anthony beats me.
Well, I've known Anthony since I was in like fourth or fifth grade.
And Anthony is still here. Anthony is one of our best friends. So Anthony predates me, but it's 2 totally different relationships, thank God. You know, you ever been nut punched in a live stream? Quit it.
You took all my oxygen. I'm lightheaded.
Look, Max thinks you're doing something to me. He came over to protect me. Look at him. He's like, you leaned in too far. Thank you, Maxie Poo. I love you. My little protective golden doodle. He didn't even bark. He just stood over here next to me like a little guard and is staring at you. Aww. Although he only listens to you and not me, so I don't really know what he's trying to prove over here, but it's fine. I don't know what's happening, but it's fine.
You just gotta know how to talk to him.
And I don't. He listens to me like the kid listens to me.
You just gotta know how to talk to him.
No.
So I'm pulling up my notes here because everything is digital, everything's online, and I can grab this. It's normally on my phone, but since my phone is running the live stream, I can't do that.
Do not feel good.
But I had to pull this up to pull up.
Are dogs supposed to have warm noses?
My car list.
Can the dog get the child's cold?
Probably.
He has warm noses and his ears are warm.
Where'd my car list go?
Warm nose. Look, I'm Googling
there it
warm
is.
nose on dog. Unless he was just laying in the sun. I don't think he was.
All right, so my car. See, here's the deal. So she talks about she stuck around the longest. And my car and motorcycle and truck list, I am 38 years old, right?
You are 38 years old.
How many vehicles, trucks, motorcycles, cars do you think I've had since driving at 16?
If I sat here and tried to think of all the ones I have driven and been part of and know of, it would take us for way too long for this live stream. I'm going to say 45.
37.
No. You've had more. No. That's what it was. You've had twice as many cars as years you've been driving. Not more cars than you've been alive.
Oh, I was going to say you were thinking about the company vehicles that I didn't own.
Probably.
So 37. Yeah. So 37 in 22 years.
Yes. That's a lot.
But it was so easy to go through them, and then it's always trying to find like after you get one, you realize what you didn't like about it, or how much more you thought you liked something different, and you keep going through it. Only honestly to get to where we are today, and I absolutely love the car that I have. I'm not pointing at you. I'm pointing because the car's parked over there.
Look, somebody just said I had to try several times to see your video again.
Oh, it doesn't work?
I don't know.
Because I'm watching it.
So I couldn't see the comments. It wasn't like updating any live chat. So I hit refresh, and now my screen is doing this, and I can't see it. Hey,
we're at 55 minutes. That's what happened last time.
That's exactly what happened. And I stopped mine yesterday at 51, but my live stream last night, it was like super laggy.
But the comments are still coming.
It kept spinning. So, that's what happened yesterday. The comments could still come through. You could still live chat, but you couldn't see the video.
Can you still see them here?
I can see the comments, but
What's the last comment you got?
Hold on, I can't comment. It kept spinning.
Huh. But I can still see it. It's still going.
Hold on.
Jamie says you're still live. Savannah says I still see you.
Hold on.
So what's wrong?
2 seconds. I got to wait for this to...
Did you pay the internet bill?
The light bill? No, I was on my 2.0, which is why I couldn't comment. I didn't realize 2.0 wasn't...
Oh, sorry.
Subscribed.
I blocked you.
Refresh. Shut the hell up. But I can't see anything. It's still black with the swirly circle.
Huh.
Me too. When I type in Kevin, your channel doesn't quickly show up. That's normal. I've noticed that. But I can't see the video.
Did you pay?
But y'all can see us, right? You can see us, or you can hear us. I still see y'all. Get out of the camera, you doofus. No problem here, still see you. So, ¿por qué?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
It's your janky connection over there.
Your mom's janky connection. No, I love your mom. I didn't mean it.
I don't know. Her internet be kind of sketchy sometimes.
It does. The sketch.
Yeah, she's still running those AOL discs, getting 56K.
Hey, Kevin and Michelle. Oh, this is on your video earlier. Did you cover your RV trip last year on a YouTube channel? I'd love to see it.
So, all right. So the RV trip, we actually have a channel dedicated to it. Okay. And if you want, you can email me. I'll tell you about it, but I don't share it on this channel for certain reasons. But I had a few videos. You had a few videos, but the actual trip, we actually recorded a lot of videos. And I never finished uploading.
Ooh, some stuff I ordered from you just delivered for you, not from you.
Yeah, I never finished uploading them. We had literally every day and every stop you would record. Mm-hmm. And I think I put those up, but the in-betweens, and then towards the end, we kind of got a little worn out. I got worn out. Mm-hmm. And it was just driving. Like literally once we left Vegas.
Yeah, I would say
just kind of
Vegas.
like, we just trying to go home.
Yeah.
We're just trying to go home. It would be nice if I could just land in Wyoming versus having to drive to Wyoming, start from there.
Yeah. I still can't see the video, just so you know.
Even on your phone?
Please hold. I shall try. I did not try my phone, but on my computer, it's like, no, screw you. You can't watch this.
Yeah, look, I don't know what's going on. The chat's still coming through. All the data is still there, but we are over 55 minutes. Like yesterday, it jacked up. Now, granted, overnight, YouTube did fix it, but they never sent me an email to tell me what happened, what went wrong. So I don't know. I guess the question is, what did I say around 55 minutes?
No, I can see it on here.
Oh.
It's just my computer I can't see.
Are you on Wi-Fi on your phone?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know either. I don't know what the whole deal is.
So Donnie says that I'm heading to Yellowstone from Detroit.
Oh, now
soon.
I can see it on here.
Can't wait. Yellowstone. That's where we went. Yellowstone. All right. So Yellowstone.
Old
Have you
Faithful?
been to Yellowstone before? That's the
the
question.
guys are Old Faithful, right?
That's the question. Have you been to Yellowstone?
Because if you have not, and you plan on visiting Old Faithful, I'm going to give you 2 pieces of advice. 1, hold your breath the entire time. It is worse than any diaper I ever changed in my entire life. And 2, don't fall into one of the waters because it will disintegrate your entire body, and all that will be left is a foot with a shoe, because that's what happens to some old Asian man.
So Tammy says she watched all of them. This one tried to jump off the side of the Grand Canyon. It's crazy.
No, which is so weird because I have a detrimental fear of heights, like terrifying fear of heights. But for some reason, while holding a cell phone and looking at the screen instead of paying attention, I got so incredibly close to the edge that I didn't even realize it until I watched my own video back and literally gave myself anxiety watching my video.
But probably the worst part was some families just letting their little toddlers run around.
Oh yes, no, I don't.
Like you literally just run off the side of the
You can
Grand
just
Canyon.
run off the
Like,
side of the Grand Canyon. It's a lot. Yeah.
But what's odd is when
Hi,
you're
Talbot.
standing there, it doesn't look real because like there's this weird,
Oh yeah.
almost like a
Film?
filter.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, it doesn't look real while you're standing there. And so when you look down, your brain goes, "It's not that far." No, y'all, it's really freaking far. Like don't try to think, "No, I can totally fall off this and be fine." You will not. You'll have a heart attack and die before you ever hit the ground. Just so you know.
Billy Wiggins says, "Did you check the loose nut in front of the putter or pooter?" Maybe it's the pooter.
What are we talking about?
Oh, you're the loose nut. Maybe that's what he's saying. You're the loose nut.
I have questions right now on what Billy's saying. Are we talking about Thailand now?
Oh Lord.
Loose nuts and pooters? No.
With everything going on in the world, it's too scary to even go on a holiday.
It can be for a lot of people.
Where are
depending
you?
on who you are.
Ilka,
She says holiday, so
where
I
are
have
you?
to assume she's
Yeah,
British.
where are
I'm
you?
thinking you're British because you said holiday. I would have to think foreign of some sort.
Here's the other thing. I think that I really do believe that.
South Africa. So I was off, but not off.
So I think I haven't been to South Africa, but I also only get certain news out of South Africa. So South Africa could potentially be an exception. And I'm sure the people of Russia and Ukraine would probably say the same, but I think for the most part, they want you to believe that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you actually get out, you're like, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, I wouldn't intentionally go to certain places that
Yeah.
you know are probably going to be a problem. But for the most part, like, we were good.
Michael Jordan, probably not the real Michael Jordan, says, "Why are they showing commercials during your live stream? Is this supposed to happen?" It's a new thing. Happens on mine too. It happens on everybody's because YouTube, they're going to put ads in, whether it's a live stream, whether you're monetized, whether you're not monetized, whether it's a short, whether it's a long ass video. They don't care. They're going to get their money somehow. So
They show ads
just
on.
hit skip as soon as it gives you an option.
They show ads on everything. So
Oh, yeah.
even new channels, like if you start a channel tomorrow,
You're gonna have
they're going to
ads
show
on it.
ads on it.
Yeah.
You ain't getting paid for it. They're going to show ads on it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I worry about US, UK, and Europe.
Jamie says we took a helicopter. I'm pretty sure it's Jamie, if I'm correct. Tell me if I'm wrong. But Jamie said we took a helicopter ride to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. That sounds cool, but one, I'm not getting a helicopter. That's it. That's really all I have. I'm not getting a helicopter.
Number one. That's
Number
it.
one. We only need number one.
I don't know if you could worry about a lot of stuff.
Me?
Anybody.
True. Very
You
true.
know, it's kind of hard to really focus too much energy on worrying about things that are unknowns and things that I can't control.
Yeah. Very true. One of the most fun things I ever did was the whitewater rafting. But now I'd be scared to do it. Yeah, but now I'd be scared to do it, and I don't know why. I don't know what changed, but now I'd be scared to do it. But back then,
I'm gonna tell you
that
right
was
now.
pre-kid. That's why.
I'm telling you
Now
right
that
now.
I have a kid, I'm more fearful of things because I worry about what if something happens to me, what happens to her, those kind of things.
Well, I will say, jumping in the river in Mexico.
No, that was riding a bicycle in Mexico. No, that snorkel thing where you put your face.
Yeah,
in the water.
that was like freaky.
Yeah, couldn't do that again.
That was freaky. Like, yeah.
Yeah, not doing that again.
It was cool.
It was
like the
cool.
whole thing was cool, but like I just opted not to snorkel because I was like, yo.
Yeah. It's crazy. You could always take the mule ride down to the bottom. Tammy, I just picture a mule flicking me off and I just fall over the edge of the Grand Canyon. But I would like to do a mule ride only because we've watched the movie Three Amigos.
Yo, we saw
Martin
the
Short and-
deer climbing the side of the mountain.
Those weren't deer, those were the goats.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, where were we?
California.
It wasn't California.
Oh, it was
Nevada?
It was California.
It was not. It was when we had to take all those back roads, and there was the
California.
horses that were like blocking the road.
Because we got off the Pacific Coast Highway and we were cutting over. I thought that's where that was.
This feels inaccurate. That's the night where we drove in the pitch black and down that little back road through the neighborhood and then got to that hotel where a bunch of people were eating.
We went so many places.
It's hard to remember where we went and what the order was. It's really difficult to remember.
So Richard says he wants to fly a helicopter. But Justin swears that he can teach me how to fly a helicopter in like a day.
I believe he could too. We have to try that.
I swear. Well, I told him we need to find one.
I would get in a helicopter with Justin.
To rent.
I'm not going to get in a helicopter with anybody else.
We need to find one to rent. But he's like, yeah, the fuel is crazy expensive.
Yeah. I'm looking at Belize. So we're actually going on a cruise. We're taking the kid on her first cruise. We're going to go from Tampa to Cozumel and back to Tampa. So it's not like a big deal. I wanted to go on a longer one that there was one that was in Puerto Rico. It hit some other places and some other places. I can't remember all of them right now. And I wanted to do that. But the cost of it, somebody would have had to sell a kidney. So we decided not to do that one. We're going to do the shorter one to Cozumel and back. You don't need your passport for it since Cozumel, although it is not a United Statesian place, it is still something that the dock is owned by the cruise line Carnival, so you can get off there and get back on. We'll take our passports just in case. But I'm excited for her to see Cozumel in itself, even though, again, it's a touristy spot, but it's still something that's different than what she sees here. So.
And excited to bring it to people who've never seen it before.
Oh, yeah, because we're going to record the crap out of all of it.
We watch Kara and Nate, and they travel all over the world. Mm-hmm. And, it's interesting to see places and help us decide where we would like to go. Because unlike them, we don't have the ability to travel 24/7, 365. But when the school lets out, it's like we're ready to roll. But then, like, I showed you YBS Youngbloods, and he's out there, like, in the middle of the ocean somewhere.
Yeah.
But obviously there's no kids in the video, so it's just like, if you have that ability, and I really do think that a lot of people are like considering that now. It's like, look, we can get out of the normal grind and just get out there, travel, and explore, potentially at a very low cost, and create content in the process, earn or at least cover our expenses and sustain life doing that.
Yeah.
Or even also picking up opportunities through sponsorships and reviews and gigs and different things like that. So, what?
Side note, this $3.5 million home, if it was up for rent, it would be $20,000 a month. So I'm going to need you guys to go on and head over to Buy Me a Coffee and help me afford it's $3.2 million. I'm kidding. Don't do that.
I was going to say, if they did, you got to throw a party.
Don't do that.
You got to throw a party and invite them. Part-time residency. Let's see here.
This thing is. Cruise
on the Black Sea is cheap. Yeah, the cruise on the Black Sea is cheap, but we have to pay to get to the
Black
port.
Sea.
We have to pay to get to the port. But yeah, I don't know. From the sounds of it, I think we're probably going to end up at this open house.
Yes, we're going to end up at this open house.
I think they know, like, look, we got an open house. That means anybody can show up. So not everybody's going to be a potential buyer.
I feel like I should put on like a ball gown and like all the jewelry I own just to be like, yes, I can totally afford this place. While my child rolls, because you have to talk like that when you go to these places. You have to talk like this, darling. I feel like that's how it goes. You can't walk in there and be all country and be like, no, I want this. And be like, ma'am, please go away.
So Michael Jordan says, do you really trust being able to get back into this country if something pops off? I mean, something pops off, I don't want to come back anyway.
I was about to say, it depends. Where's it popping? Because I know how to swim. I'll go somewhere else.
People visit South Africa for good surgery, dentistry, and some sun.
Oh, I need dentistry.
I know a lot of people going to Mexico for surgery.
Look, I did like this, and it looks like I'm pushing teeth in, like I have dentures. Oh, a lot of people go to Mexico for surgery, and a lot of people don't make it back from their surgery. Like, they get the butt implants that flip-flop and then ends up in their calf somehow, and then they stroke out. So I don't know that I could go to another country for it, unless it was like Switzerland. For some reason, I trust Switzerland on stuff.
Yeah, I don't. Nothing against Mexico, but I wouldn't go down
I don't
there
even want to
for.
drink their water. You think I'm gonna let you do surgery on me?
I wouldn't. Yeah, that is crazy because we watch Kara and Nate. They eat all the food and everywhere they go. I'm
But
like,
they're also both very, 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 very lean, and I'm pretty sure it's because they poop a lot.
they don't eat much. The
And
little
what they do
bit
eat,
that
it
they
comes
do.
straight out. There's no way it doesn't.
So Nurse D says mask mandates in the UK and Australia again.
So I wonder, we say mask mandates again, but I mean, China has them. Japan, people in Japan have worn masks forever just because their air is so incredibly gross. And there's probably places here in the United States that you should probably wear a mask because the air is so incredibly gross. Not even, virus related.
I'm not going anywhere that has a mask mandate. That's
No,
not gonna
same.
happen.
And the reason we can travel now is because they've lifted the other mandates.
Yeah, I'm not going to go anywhere with a mask mandate. That's out of the question.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy my vacation. Well, it's not really a vacation. I just want to enjoy myself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the sea virus, people were stranded on ships. What's really, really interesting, our entire family was supposed to be on a cruise, and they canceled it like 2 weeks before the cruise because everything went on lockdown 2 weeks before the cruise, or else we would have been those people who packed for 7 days and were stuck there for 30. Like, it would have been bad. It would have been so bad.
It would have been. But the worst part about it was we had obligations at home.
Yeah.
But now I think if we got stuck, it's like, all right, it sucks, but we don't have to be anywhere.
Yeah. It's different now.
So anyway, folks, we appreciate you joining us yet again. I apologize that today we didn't have any food for you. Maybe we got some snacks over here or something.
We got plenty of snacks.
Actually, you had a tangerine the other day. Looked pretty good.
It was tasty. I got all my stuff to do my juicing. That's what I was going to do today, was try to juice.
Oh, shoot, my bad.
No, the day isn't over.
You want to juice on the live stream?
Not really. I've never used that. I still got to clean the thing.
You got all sorts of stuff. You got
I got
jars and you
stuff.
got that thing right there. I don't know what that is. It looks pretty cool.
Oh, that's
you
to
got
put the water
in?
Uh-huh. No, I got everything. I'm excited.
Oh, no, because you're going to do it on your channel. Okay, that's why. She's like, no, you ain't getting my views. You better get out of here.
Your channel does not give two craps about watching me make a cold pressed fruit juice. Whereas my channel is like, yes, show me. I want to see how it works.
Well, again, thank you guys for joining us and having this chat, this conversation with real people, having real talks, and y'all just get it. I think y'all just get it. I think y'all get us. And we about to get out of here. Mm-hmm. Until next time, you guys take care. Be safe. Bye.
Bye.